Yo, hey, take a drive with me. Take a drive with me, a miracle drive. It's a miracle walkie. But we're taking a drive, a miracle drive. Today, it's Justin Foy. Every day, I take a walk or a drive or a sit down with y'all. And we talk about the Lord. We talk about miracles. We talk about the rapture. Because it's coming, and it comes first. I have to admit, let me admit a few things here. For the first time in my life in the last 7 years, I am excited about a couple geopolitical things for America. Please hear me out. Please. The idea of buying Greenland, making Canada a 51st state, then offering to buy Mexico, recovering the Panama Canal. Let me tell you something. First of all, just as like a man who has my own thoughts and ideas of being like a true like constitutionalist, like a true libertarian, like not a liberal, a true libertarian where it's like a power to the people, where federal government's supposed to be really tiny, and it's your government is the way the Constitution is set up is that it's supposed to represent the will of the people, not the other way around. It's been my whole life that big government has been telling us, and in our school systems and everywhere, how we are, who we are, and what we're supposed to be. Absolutely drives me nuts and insanity. I hate it, and it's driving me crazy. Well, I say we go make an offer. Buy it. Oh, what about Jesus, returning Jesus? Not supposed to love the world. You gotta, yeah, I know. But check it out. We know that the end times government, the one world government, is first set up with 10 kings. I could see a rapid, once Trump goes in, I'm talking rapid pace, if we even get there. Crazy stuff could happen. What if it starts, the geopolitical lines are going to start changing, and it's going to be rapid pace. North America, just like we've said for a long, long time. North America, South America, Europe. I don't know what they would call it. So 10 regions on the earth. North America, South America, Australia and the islands. It's 1, 2, 3. 4, Europe. 5, Central, like the Stanish area. I don't know what you would call that. 3, 4, then 5. Middle East, 6. Russia's area, 7. Eastern Asia, 8. And then 9 and 10 cut in top and bottom for Africa. You've got 10 regions of the earth. This is not like my thoughts. It's not even just me interpreting it from the Bible. It's been leaked over and over, and all kinds of plans and thoughts from these Illuminatus, world government people, all the councils, and they see it that way too. Dude, pre-Mark of the Beast, pre-Jesus cracking open the seals, that stuff happening, I think we should do it. It makes sense. Because Canada, Mexico, from America's standpoint, we subsidize them billions, hundreds of billions of dollars just so that they can stay afloat. And we do that all over the world. If we stopped doing that, they would collapse. And this Trudeau, who just is the most power-hungry human in the world, we know that, he's just going to step down and resign. heck, right after meeting Trump? No. You know they had something on that guy. I'm just a little excited this morning. I haven't done a lot of geopolitical talk. But this to me, now listen, I'm not excited about, this whole system is just a setup, for the beast. And the woman rides the beast into the tribulation. That's all this is. But honestly, like I'm just a man, and if I had like Thomas Jefferson or who was the guy in the late 1800s who bought Alaska from Russia for 2 cents an acre, pre-World War I, pre-fall of Russia from the czars, which were like regional governors, into full communism. They sold America the entirety of Alaska in like 1860. They sold it to us. Biggest blunder in world history. Why can't we purchase land? We've become so weak and so religified and Laodicean lazy church, lukewarm here. No, don't do that. And like massive complainers, and also like super like massive opinionated and offended at the same time. And like just weak and like, oh, I can't stand the type of human in today's world that just bickers, complains, and then even the religious side that then goes, that's wrong. Dude, go out and fight. We're not supposed to be wussies. We're not. We're Christians, dude. And until Jesus comes back, we're supposed to go out and carpe diem. And also knowing that the battle is the Lord's. So you have no fear. If you fail, if you fall on your face, if you die, so what? You just have one life. It doesn't matter. Now let's take a ride with me. Check this out, dude. I don't know if I'll get there in time. We'll just do it. Okay. That's my rant for geopolitical stuff, dude. I think buy it. Buy Greenland. Buy Iceland. Annex Canada. And then make an offer to Mexico. And then we'll bring our military down into Mexico and kick the cartels out. Dude, if the territories of Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic, if they didn't have, it would turn into the other side of those islands, like Haiti or whatever, and just destroy itself. That's how I see it. Now, this is, like I said, this is not post tribulation where I'm rooting for some system. No. All that's going to burn. Until then, though, if we were to occupy until then, that's what I think we should do. But anyway, that's part 1 of today's video. Part 2, we're taking a little drive. Excuse me. And we're going to go to the... there's a little theater. A little city theater just right around the corner. And my thought is, for the opening scene in the Foytown Miracles movie, I'll go stand up in this little theater and just do like a monologue intro, and then maybe can an outro too. And like, have you ever seen Documentary Now? So funny, with Bill Hader and the guy from Portlandia, Fred Armisen. They do this really funny fake documentary series called Documentary Now. In the beginning of those episodes, Helen Mirren walks out and does this like intro introducing what documentary now is, and then introducing each little vignette episode of each little documentary. And I like that. It's a nice professional kind of opener, sort of like a 60 minutes kind of opener until you give your main presentation. So that's what I want to do. But what it's going to require is I'm going to sneak in, put my USB mic that I got from Ryan, set up the tripod, and then just walk on stage and deliver my monologue and get the shot. I'm telling you right now, I know the doors are open. I know they leave it open. It's just you walk in and it's just a small stage with a small audience section. And I know I can walk in there and film this shot. That's how you gotta be when you're a guerrilla filmmaker. That's how I've been my whole life. You know, part of me getting fired up and doing this, a part of it is the scripture talks about a man, human, without vision will die. It's not good. And I'm guilty of this, man. This is a whole other thing I've been thinking about for the past months, couple weeks. We're almost through January already. Or middle of January. I don't know. What day is it? I have no... It could be the first week of January. I have no idea. Feels like it's already over. And I've said this yesterday and the day before, and I'm guilty of it. I've lost purpose and drive and connection with living on this planet. Really. I've done some projects and I've worked on some things, but my heart hasn't been in it. Even with the way I've loved people in my own circle. Because I saw the writing on the wall. The Revelation 12 sign and the 7 years since. It's like he's coming now. The focus is to warn people. It's Paul Revere now. Like, get on your horse and start yelling to everybody. That has been in my mind the primary reason to live. Has been that for 7 years. And I still think it has a purpose. I'm not against that ministry. I want that always to be clear every time. I can't feed on it as much anymore. I do a little bit still. Because I gotta live. I got things that the Lord has in my heart to do. And he can come tomorrow and I'd be like, good, none of that matters. But until then, that's what I'm trying to. Until then, I don't want to waste it. I am not talking about having the love of the world, okay? I don't want it. Compared to what Jesus has for us in heaven, we're here, by the way. And I guarantee you, see a couple lights on. All right. This right here is the it does look closed, but I'll guarantee you those doors are open. And there's a theater in there, and I'm gonna film my monologue here. Wait, there's someone getting out trying to probably maybe go in. Let's see what happens. Let's look. It's like being a little private detective. It's a delivery, man. Yeah, I know it. I know I can get in there. And all you got to do is ask. in life. I mean, you don't have because you don't ask. All I'd have to do is knock and go, hey guys, hey, give them the love hello. Put everything into your first hello. Hi, you doing? Give them a big hug. Even if you're faking it, dude, no one knows. Give them a squeezing hug. Good to see ya. It breaks all the ices and the fears and the wonders of some stranger, and then you go, hey, listen, yeah, just a tiny favor, tiny, so tiny. Just need to come in, shoot a little shot, and then that's it. Okay. Everybody's willing to break the rules with you, as long as you're a nice, loving guy. I promise you, that's the key to every door in this whole world. Yeah, that's a little theater there. I'll check it out later. But just wanted to show you that. Okay. All right, one last thing. About the timing of the rapture and what I think is going on. Revelation 12 sign, 7 years happened this last fall, and we do believe it was 7 years of feasting, 7 years of famine, so the tribulation's coming. It is 7 years all the way up till Feast of Trumpets 2025, the day before. If you turn 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, if you turn that year, and then 6 months later somebody asks you, hey, how old are you? You're gonna say 40. You're not 40 and a half like a little kid says. I'm 5 and a half, almost 6. No, you say your age for the whole year. That's how common thought is. Well, up until Rosh Hashanah, Feast of Trumpets, 2025, up until that moment, till we see it in the trumpet blasts, we're still in the window. I get those little tiny lisp. Gotta focus my tongue sometimes. We're still in the window of the perfect timing of all things for how we interpret it. Fig tree generation, 7, 7, 7s, all that still in the window for it to happen this year, Feast of Trumpets. Okay? So I'm open this year, please Lord come. But I'm going to tell you right now, if it busts through 25 Feast of Trumpets, you better be prepared to reinterpret some stuff. Because clearly, Ezekiel 38:39 shows Israel as a people recovered from war in tranquility. I'm just saying there is a chance that America and Israel just go and destroy everybody. And then the lines get redrawn like I was talking about. You have to consider that's a possibility. It's a big possibility, I guarantee you. What we'll see is a globalization to it under the guise of nation state, but nations that are failing. Nations that are in trouble and failing will have to join with other nations and come combo up. And that includes the Middle East. Now, if Trump goes in and they try to divide Jerusalem, you're going to see the sudden destruction. But anyway, I'm just throwing that out there because, look, there's egg on the face, on my face, on all of our faces. We see the signs, we know, we calculate, and we're here. We know it's soon, but we're here. And shame on us if we're just going to say, okay, just sit there and not do anything and be scared and hate this place. That's wrong. Jesus doesn't want you to live that way. He wouldn't have waited 2,000 years if that's what he wanted. Yes, watch, report, share. What? For the purpose of what? Saving somebody out of the fire. But then you, blessed, be blessed. All the promises are yes and amen. So go. You have to, or you will die. Spiritually. And then manifesting in physical death too. If you don't live, if you don't have a vision, if you don't, and it could be, I could get, my movie I'm so excited about, I could get 500 views. You know, I've worked on movies and screenplays and stuff and like worked years into them, so excited, and then had like, 25, 50 people watch it. And I'm like, I poured my life into this thing. At the end of it, it really becomes that wasn't the point to see how many. The point was to do it. And you've got like, oh, I did it. My art is done, or that my job was finished. Next. The reward is heavenly. Like, I know the real reward of good job gets you work for the Lord. Could there be an earthly reward? Earthly reward? Yes, there could be. But that's not why you do it. You do it for a heavenly reward, or you store your treasures in heaven. You work for Jesus. So anyway, come on, man. I'm talking to myself too. Do cool stuff for Jesus. Cool stuff. It could be take the garbage out. It could start that way. You got to see my movie Alone Alive. It's on justinfoy.xyz. It's my senior year in college at Washington State, and I had to do a summer session in Pullman, Washington, and there was nobody there. It was like a few faculty, a few admins, and a couple of students in this huge campus city in Pullman, Washington. Hot as can be over there that summer. And I made this little movie called Alone Alive about, like, oh my gosh, I'm totally alone and it's boring and I got nothing to do, and I got kind of depressed by laying around and eating pizza and all this and that. And then I made a movie about how to turn it around. It's really funny, and you can see it at justinfoy.xyz. Scroll down. There's stuff on there that's not like fully the Christian bookstore, okay? You're not, when you go to my website, there is stuff like that there. From my time at Hope International University, there's papers. But my screenplays, my movies and stuff, my intention was always to have the purpose behind it be love. American Rockstar, maybe not so much. Don't watch that one if you're like serious Christian bookstore only person. NSFW, American Rockstar. But the rest of it is watchable. Anyway, this one, the Foytown Miracles, is full on. Here it is, the testimony of all the miracles, all the goodness and greatness of God. Okay, going in. I'm going to try to sneak in there and get that shot. If I can't get it on the stage there's a place in the mall that has like a cool awning with like glass. I'll probably film it in the mall. There's cool plants, and I'll just stand up and deliver it there. That's the next segment. Then I got to throw it into the editor, line it all up, render it, output. We're good for this weekend. Talk to you soon.